Hey guys, it's that boy you know as the trash can with the hand walk saw. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to remove a DSU in my 2018 Toyota Corolla. The king car, the mobile of champions, the greatest. Anyway, it's so that you can get open pilot to control longitudinally and have a good time. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is remove the glove box. So if you're afraid of removing the radio, like a little baby, this is a great way to get at the DSU. So the first thing you're going to do is obviously open the glove box. Just reach in there, pull that, and done. So we're inside. Don't worry about all this junk. It's fine. So worry about getting this out. So squeeze the sides here and just pull it out. See, that loosened it up, and now we're out. Alright, so as you can see, you can get in through the side here. There's a big old hole. You can reach inside of there like this, and the DSU is actually right in there. It's a little dark, so let me turn on my flash so you guys can see that. Alright, so my flash is on, and you can see that gray box there, and all these wires. That gray box there is the DSU. So here it is from the front, and the way you're going to get at this is actually to reach into the glove box and just press this tab here in the center and wiggle that connector out, and that DSU is unplugged. There you go. Now just get out of there, put your glove box back in, and you're done. Problem solved. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys the best way to do it. So what we're going to do is actually remove all these trim pieces and get access to behind the radio, which is where the DSU lives. So it might be a little intimidating at first, especially when you have a new car, to remove trim pieces and make your car look all ugly. But trust me, it's actually easier to get at it this way, and it'll be worth it in the end. Plus, you can replace the radio if you need to. Alright, so we're just going to remove this trim piece by getting some leverage here by getting our fingers in the seam and pulling it out. Don't worry, it's just tabs holding it in place. There are no screws or anything for you to break. Just be a little careful because there's some wires that we need to unplug. Alright, so here are those wires, and to unplug them, just push the little tabs in and pull the wire out. There we go. And now let's do the other side. Do the same thing, and that trim piece is out of here. Alright, so the next thing we're going to remove is this big part of the dash here. This trim piece. So just reach behind it and pull. It takes a little force, and the clips are coming loose. And just pull up at the edges there. Pull a little carefully, but you know it's going to take some force. And then there we go. Just wiggle that free. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is unclip this connector here. So just push the tab in and pull the cable out, and we're good. So sometimes when you pull this trim piece off, the AC controls stay in there. So I'll just pop that out so you guys can see what that looks like. And it'll be mounted just like this, but don't worry, the process is exactly the same. Alright, so here's the DSU. We're in it from behind the AC controls. And to undo it, just push the little tab and pull the connector out, just like that. Get that out of there. And now, all we have to do is put the whole dash back together, starting with the AC controls. So, just going to dig around for the wire that I dropped back here. And where'd you go? There you are. So we'll just plug that back in, like so. Make sure that it clips in, and then just snap in the control panel, just like that. Alright, so next we're going to put on the big trim piece. So make sure that your wires are going through the hole so that they can connect to the airbag ECU and the hazard light later when we do that piece. So just line it up, make sure everything is correct, and then just push it in. And all the clips should catch, and you should hear some clicks, just like that. So the next piece you're going to do is this piece with the airbag ECU and the hazard lights. So just clip the connectors back in where they came from, just like that. And it's a little tricky to do with one hand, but just clip that in just like that. And then you're going to want to put this on. Just make sure it kind of lines up. And then before we do anything else, we're going to want to make sure that we catch this little tab here and put that in there before we clip it down so that it's where it's supposed to be. Now just apply some pressure and everything will clip back into place. Alright, so that's how you do the DSU. As you can see, both processes were relatively easy. You didn't even need a screwdriver, so how much easier can it get, guys? Anyway, if you liked this video or you found it helpful, share it to anybody else who needs to remove their DSU. And thanks, see you later, I guess.